I'm like a huge horror guy, and I love James Wan, like one of my favorite all-time directors. You saw him for a brief second as well.
I knew Angel was gonna slip that in.
Oh my God, Bridget!
Is that how you were gonna start that episode?
It's like, oh my God, Bridget! The way you said it. We have to give context, but.
Wait, what is this? What is this from?
Okay,
I'm also
sorry. Just Luchadora made like a reel of like Nicole, the director. She's like getting like flipped over or something.
Yes, that was when we were at our wrestling event.
Nice,
Yeah.
yes, nice.
And then in the background we just hear Bridget being like, "Oh my God,
Yeah.
Nicole!"
I was recording our director get flipped in a wrestling ring for a fundraiser, and I was hyping her up. I had to hype up the crowd too. It was all for show. But
The amount of times I saw that reel was crazy. And there's like just the funniest part was just Bridget being like, "Oh my God, Nick." Anyways.
It's like, you know.
That's saying it, everybody. I don't care what you say.
Hi, I'm Angel.
And I'm Ben.
And I'm Bridget.
And
welcome
back to
Newbies. Beautiful.
Awesome. Okay, Bridget, now take the wheel.
Hi,
tell
Bridget.
Tell us about yourself.
Hello.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Yes,
thank you guys
yes.
for having me on
Okay,
here. Well, I'm Bridget. I am a producing emphasis at CSUN. I work on indie films on the side. But yeah, I plan on getting into producing in the future. So
Awesome.
yeah.
We just love to talk to you today about sort of your career, the things you've done, the projects you've worked on, and just your sort of like life in the film industry as you know, as we all are young adults trying to make our way and trying to figure the job out, right? Figure the career out.
Yeah. We're detour. Sorry. Bridget's like one of like the nicest persons, nicest people like I've came across throughout season. Like just over like high energy, like really nice to talk to, really approachable. So
Thank you.
you're amazing.
I try to be. I'm like, oh God, I can't imagine not being that. Well, thank you.
Yeah. So 2 years ago now, I want to say you co-produced with Luca, your boyfriend, O.C.D, right?
Yes. Yeah.
How was that? How did that come across? Like, how was that approach to you? How was that? How's the whole process for that?
Well, I'm always down to help Luca with his projects and stuff, and it was really nice that he had me be on as a co-producer, because I was like, I'm not trying to mooch off of you, I swear. When we first started dating, I was like, oh yeah, I love people in the industry, but I was like, I don't want you to think I'm using you at all. But he was like, no, I genuinely want you as a co-producer on here to help me out with everything. And I will say he took a lot of the reins, and he focused on like casting, getting locations, all of that. But whenever he needed like assistance doing, like, you know, reaching out to people or coming up with ideas for TikTok videos, it's like I helped out with that.
Awesome.
He even got reached out to by a lens company through TikTok, which was great. And they offered for us to use some of their tripods if we included them in a video. And Luca had a great idea of creating like a pitch deck, and that was so that we could have more equipment.
Good.
we
That's amazing.
we really wanted to use their anamorphic lenses, and so he was like, Bridget, could you like make a pitch deck on Canva? I was like, oh my gosh, I love Canva. So I was like, yes, of course, I love graphic design. So I went ahead and did that, and luckily they agreed to letting us borrow like $4,000 worth of lenses, and we ended up using those on the project. So yeah, it was it was a great time. Yeah, and Luke is very easy to work with. He's very patient, very organized. And so I feel like having him be that kind of director just makes my life easier, makes other people's lives easier, even the cast when it comes to being on set. He's really great at direction and stuff like that. So yeah, it was a really good time. Yeah.
Awesome. I think the moral of the story is that Canva is a lifesaver.
Canva is a lifesaver.
Canva's
There's
so
a
good,
reason why it's the number one platform.
Canva.
Yeah, I've used that constantly.
I know. When we were at South by Sydney, the CEO of Canva was actually there. I didn't know she was Australian. I was like, that's so cool. So I was very close to going to her panel. Yeah, but no, Canva's a lifesaver.
Can I ask how was being on set? Because I feel like a lot of like co-producing, it's like probably you know, pre-production, right?
Yeah. I think for me on O.C.D. at least, it was kind of a balance of that. Outside of set, I helped reach out to some actors. I helped, again, with the pitch decks and just like schedule people with call sheets and email you know, crew and stuff. Right. But on set, I actually kind of played a PA role, an AC role, second AC. So I helped do the slate and stuff.
Yeah. For the pictures, we'll put some pictures.
Yeah, me in front of yeah, we had like a skeleton crew, and I've come to the realization that I do enjoy smaller crews more because
it is really like as long as like you know what everyone's doing. And
yes, and it's easier to bond with everyone as well. I think when you have, like, for example, the set I was on recently for a thesis, Luchadora, it was a great set, but there were like up to 50 people per day. And so there was a lot of running around. I mean, I definitely got along with everyone, but it's a little more, I wouldn't say disorganized. It's just more to work with.
A lot more to,
and
scale,
balance. Yeah. So, yeah, O.C.D, it was great. Yeah, PAing, like it's some things such as like getting our sound mixer coffee or like, you know.
That's awesome. As you can see, looking around this room, we also prefer to work with a skeleton crew.
Yes. I think that's how you do it. Yeah. Even like Sean Baker's crew is like a skeleton crew. It's like you see how great his movies turn out. Exactly. I just think that more people need that.
Yeah,
as much
we have a wonderful time.
Yes.
With small groups, intimate settings.
I'm gonna keep asking because I'm very curious, but at any point you can jump into.
Go ahead.
So, Bridget, you also interned at Atomic Monster, right?
Yes.
How was that like? Like, tell me all about it. First day.
Tell me all about it.
First day. Like, were you nervous? Like, I made it. Like,
I can. Oh my God, no! I can tell you some things. I'm like, I signed an NDA, so I'm like, I can't say certain things. But I will say, okay, so. Yeah, like I planned on doing an internship this semester because, you know, we're almost graduated. I was like, I need to learn a lot more before we're into the real world. And I applied to a few companies. I got interviewed for 3. One of them called Studio 101. That was actually my top pick at first because I was interested in their TV shows. They did Yellowstone. They did 1917. No, they didn't. I'm like, why am I forgetting the year? Okay, ignore that. Got that part out. Definitely know their shows. I did my research. No, I thought I was going to work for them because during the interview process, they were like, oh, the odds are looking great for you. Like, you're so close to our studio. They were at Radford, actually. They had just moved there. But they do a lot of Paramount shows. And so that's why I was like, oh, that's so exciting. You guys are active. Like, I can learn a lot with you guys. But last minute, they didn't email me back, which is fine. They got someone else, but Atomic actually reached out to me and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is like actually a company that I feel like I have more of a connection to. So I was like, okay, it all worked out.
Wait, sorry, you applied to Atomic and they reached out, or you didn't apply? And
I did apply. Yes. So it was just one of the companies I reached out to or applied to. And it's funny because when I was there, all of the interns, we had total, it was like me and 3 others. We were all talking.
Very small.
Yes, we had 4 interns total. Oh my God. And they were all like, "Oh, how did you get the job?" And so I was like, "Oh, I was on like Holly List." And my intern coordinator was like, "Oh my God, we only had that listing up for like 2 days, and we did not use Holly List anymore." I was like, "Oh my God!" So I was like, "Okay." I was the one who made it in. Everyone else was through Handshake and whatnot. So I was like, "Okay." But yeah, I got very lucky with them, and I'm really glad I ended up working with them. It was just such a fun environment. Very small workplace. There's only 10 people who work there currently at the office. Yeah. I was even able to have coffee with one of the producers for James. Her name is Elena. So cool. Yeah, it was great. Nice. Yeah, I got to like go to the Blumhouse office and meet up with them, get coffee. Yeah, it was great. I was like, oh God, like I really have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Right. And so even though I wasn't that nervous to go out, I was just like, okay, like this really isn't something I normally do. Like even 5 years ago, being such a noob in college, like I was kind of intimidated by those who were actually in the industry. So I'm like, I'm glad I'm at a point where I can actually like sit down with someone, you know, get to know them without feeling, nervous or intimidated. I feel like I have more under my belt now. So. And
speaking of like the intimate sort of like setting thing, I feel like that's a beautiful way to do it, right? That's a beautiful like way to experience the meeting of people and the meeting of people in the industry and that sort of networking. It's really nice to be able to do it in that sort of small group setting, group environment.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, I feel like me and the interns I worked with we'll have a connection outside of the internship going forward. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, even one of them, she lives like down the street from me, so we're like, oh
Whoa.
Yeah, I was like
let's be besties now.
Literally the first day I came there, she's like, where are you coming from? I was like, oh, I'm from the Valley. And so we ended up, we found out that we were from the same area. I was like, oh, that's crazy. And she actually knew my boss that I was working with. I was working at like a cafe and stuff. So she was like, I know your boss. I was like, oh
that's
God,
so cool.
that's crazy.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So we bonded off of that immediately.
Are you allowed to tell us anything about like what you did specifically without breaking your NDAs?
I mean, I can't tell you. I can tell you what I did, but I can't really speak about the projects.
Okay. We'll take what we can get. We'll take what we can get.
Yeah. I was a film and television development intern, and so that was a lot of. I mean, it was a lot of reading. It was just like every day we were given either a script or a novel to read,
right.
And depending on what it was, we had like a time frame to get it done within. So novels were like 3 days, and scripts were 1 day, and it was actually very manageable. I mean, I've had one more internship that was the same like position. I won't say what it was, but it was an action movie company, and they actually sent me a lot of stuff that wasn't really like, it didn't fall into the genre of action. Like I got sent rom-com scripts or comedy scripts, and it like immediately, as soon as I got them in my inbox, I was like, this isn't a fit for the company. And so I was just like, okay, like, I'll do it for the learning experience. And I think that's why they sent it. I mean, someone had to do the reading, and so I was like, I don't mind. Like, this is what I signed up for. But at Atomic, it was nice because we all got like horror scripts or drama scripts. They fit more within the genre, so it felt more rewarding because of it. And I read a lot of great scripts. People in the industry who were actively working. I felt like I was getting like a little insight on what actually goes on. Right. It was great. And we even got to practice with one of their unressed things that they're currently working on with a big company. I wish I could say. I wish I could say, but it's like in
a year or two you could be like, here's what I do TikTok. Be like,
I know. Just come back in like 2 years. Come back in 2 years. Yeah. Well,
that's what it was.
Yes, like we practiced giving feedback for that. And so that was
very cool.
We got to say whether or not like certain lines, like script, like dialogue, whether that like fit within the story, if we thought that it was moving in a certain way, like what we would cut out.
Okay.
So.
And you mentioned you went to Blumhouse, right? Was that for a table read? Was that for something else?
I went there twice. Okay, but the second time was just to meet up with the producer.
Nice.
And we just got coffee. Like I didn't even I literally just met up to go get coffee, so it wasn't really anything. But the first time we went there, we just mainly went for, I think we were just like shadowing over like a meeting that the executives were having. It was
like a Megan 2.0 meeting.
Spoilers for Megan 2.0. Honestly, we were only there for like 2 seconds, but we were just kind of working out of the office for that day. So it was just like the interns and us hanging out, like doing what we needed to do.
Okay.
It was
no black phone spoiler.
No, actually, I'm like, what did they talk about? No, I think they were just talking for like a few minutes, honestly, and then they kind of had to go. I think we were at the office that day just because all of our work, like associates, were at the office for a meeting, and so they are all just like, okay, like just go with this. Like, okay, that's fine. But it was still cool being there. I mean, it's definitely smaller than I thought. Well, I probably shouldn't say more than that. I was gonna go into it, but I was like, maybe not.
You're good. We can detour. Just because I'm like a huge horror guy and I love James Wan, like one of my favorite all-time directors. You saw him for a brief second as well.
I knew Angel was gonna slip that in. No,
you could as much as you want. You don't have to.
Okay, so aside from doing coverage at Atomic, we helped with reception for a few weeks, I would say, because half the time we were actually out of office. They just moved into a new building, and so everything was under construction still. But just a few times out of the last few weeks we were at reception, and so had to welcome everyone in. We had some guests from Blumhouse. We had some, I think, writers and producers come in, and so it was our job to just like seat them, greet them, and walk them to the meeting room, offer them water. Sure. And it was so funny because the first day that I had to do this. I was a little nervous because I was I've never done reception before. I'm like, it's such an easy job, but I'm overthinking every little thing.
And like the people that will be there.
I'm like rehearsing how to say hello, like, you know, like in my head, I'm like, hi, yeah.
I'm Bridget.
I know.
Nice to meet you.
I know. And yeah, I think, one of the first people to walk in was James. And so they let me know beforehand, which is great. They were like, oh, just to let you know, James is coming in today. I was like, okay, great.
I would just be like watching.
I know.
Andrew would just die on the spot.
Hi. Yeah, that was
I heard like the car lock. Like one of the interns, like, one of the coordinators, he like, you know, brought James over, like he picked him up and stuff, and I heard the car door lock. I was like, oh god, that's beep, beep.
Ears perk up.
I was like, triggered.
Lock in.
Yeah, lock in. And so it was so funny because I was like, okay, I say hello, I bring them to the meeting room, and then I offer them water. I kept saying that over and over. That's all I need to do. It's so simple. And as soon as like James walks in, he has like a guest with him. He does everything for me. He like he brings the guest in, and he's like, oh, do you need water? Okay, this is the meeting room. So I just kind of like stood there and I was like, right. And I was like, yes. I didn't want to be too much, obviously. It just like happened that way, which was fine. It was still nice. But yeah, I saw James for a brief moment. He had a meeting. And then after that, he introduced himself to me, which was very sweet. He's very outgoing, like I'm like, I can understand why people enjoy working with him.
Yeah. He's a real pro.
Yeah, and you can tell he just has such a bright energy to him. You can tell he's not faking it either. So yeah, awesome. It was really nice. Yeah, getting to know him just for a brief second. It was just in passing, really.
And now you're best friends.
Now we're best friends. And now I'm the
Getting
producer.
coffee every day.
I know, literally. Yeah,
watching James Wan movies.
I know, literally. No, I saw him 2 times other than that. One time he was just shooting like EPK for, I think it was Megan 2.0, which isn't a spoiler. It's already out. It's already out. Like,
by the time this episode is gonna be out. Like,
it's nothing. And then another time, I think it was just one more time in passing. You know, just hello, goodbye.
Right.
But yeah, he's very sweet. Yeah.
I'm so happy. That sounds so cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew's just fangirling, man.
No, I am.
And just, like,
any
tell
day,
me more.
anytime, any year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, also, okay. I want to talk about Luchadora if you want.
Sure.
Some Luchadora stuff. Yeah. So you're a producer on Luchadora, right?
Yes, I was one of the 4 producers.
Yeah. How was that? Like, I guess going from O.C.D. going to Luchadora, like I'm assuming it was like a lot different, you know, like more student based. I assume, you know, crew. Like, how was the whole process like?
Yeah. So I feel like O.C.D. in comparison to Luchadora, O.C.D. was like a smaller set, and I feel like I definitely did help Luca with a lot of different things with production and pre-production, everything. But with Luchadora, again, we had like 25 main crew members, so it was much bigger set already. Then on set it was like up to 50 people, so it was definitely a lot more to manage. But I think as a producer, it's like I mainly focused on like casting. That was my role. Our other 3 producers focused on like budgeting or like fundraising, and then actual like set duties. And so we all kind of broke it up in that sense, which I thought was great because I can't imagine
doing
balancing
all going from back and forth.
like balancing everything. I feel like that would get a little like hectic. And so I helped cast with Nicole. I stayed in communication with all the actors. There was a lot of paperwork, which I was not prepared for because we did like SAG.
Yes,
it was a SAG project, so we had a lot of paperwork through that. We had our own contract, and then we had the CSUN contract. So we had to send like 5 things over. So I you know, it had to be done on our end for our project at least. But I felt kind of bad because I had to send so many different emails just doing all that stuff.
Right.
And then we also had I mean, Luchadora is like, we have so much wardrobe. It's like you have the wrestling outfits, you have like just day-to-day outfits. We had so many different sets. We had the wrestling ring, we had like an older Mexican village, and we also had children on set. So we were like, oh god, like we had
I saw
children.
that. I saw like the stories like on the village one that looked really cool.
It was a great time.
Yeah, there was like one time I remember there's like a shot. I wasn't there that day, but I think it was like a backlight from like a door, and like somebody was going in. I was like,
oh yes,
that looks so beautiful.
I think that was the picture of Nicole. Yeah. It looks so cinematic. I know. Yeah.
Hopefully that makes it to the. I mean, you never know that one makes it to the actual film, but
I hope
hopefully
so.
it makes it.
I know.
Or
I know.
cut just for me, luchador.
The angel cut with the picture of Nicole.
Oh my god. Yeah. We had to deal with the wardrobe, and our wardrobe, our head of wardrobe, she dropped out last minute because she had to deal with, I mean, she was working on another film as well, and so I think it was just a lot to handle. And so last minute, me and our other, I mean, I guess I would consider her head of wardrobe, Grace. We had to stay up. We love Grace.
Grace is amazing.
She came through. She made a whole outfit from scratch, like head to toe. And I was like,
incredible.
oh my God, we learned so much about, like, she already knew how to sew. I knew the bare minimum, like knew how to sew a straight line, and that was it. But we learned so much from each other, like within 2 nights. Like we did not sleep. Like, I mean, okay, we did sleep, but oh my God, I remember
You worked
Grace.
really hard on it.
We worked really, yeah. Long story
let's
short, we
say
worked
that.
really hard on it. Like, there were some nights where we didn't sleep at all, and then one night Grace was like, "Oh, let's take a quick nap," and I was like, "Grace, I need sleep." She literally sets her alarm for like 20 or 30 minutes, and I was like, "Grace," and so I kept hitting snooze, and so we ended up sleeping for 2 hours at least. But I was like, I actually cannot function. Like, I know she could probably function, but I cannot.
That's called the professional workflow.
Yeah, like we went to bed at 2, woke up at 4, and so we immediately got back to work. Yeah, so. We
Well, Bridget, I also wanted to ask, are you gonna try to work on something else new? Or, like, what's next for you? What do you wanna kind of do? Also, like, it's like producing like your like main route, like moving forward. Is that what you wanna fully do?
I'm focusing on producing, whether it's development or on set. I feel like post-graduation, maybe I'll work more on the development side. I feel like that's a very stable like pathway. And I really do enjoy it, like having say in what gets made. Right. And but on the side, I would love to help produce like films, indie films or Luca's films, stuff like that. Oh, I'm working on one project right now with, Kathy.
I know Kathy. Yeah, we're pretty close. Yeah.
Oh,
shout out Kathy.
We went to Korean barbecue all together. What am I saying? What the heck?
That was like we had like some deep talks.
Yeah, Kathy brought her bunny. Yeah, Kathy and her boyfriend Anthony are working on a new project, so I'm helping co-produce that with Evan right now. Yeah, and
very
then
exciting.
Luca's planning on doing something later in the year, so I'm gonna help out with that as well.
Very exciting.
Awesome.
Yeah.
How is that going so far? The Kathy's one. Are you guys have like dates yet, or so?
So we're planning on shooting mid-August, which I already let them know because I'm working on some other stuff and I'm traveling here and there. I don't know if I'll be able to be on the actual set, but I'm definitely helping out with pre-production and then even scheduling for the actual production. I'm once again, like Luchador, focusing on casting. And so I just lined the script for them, kind of playing that AD role, although I think Kathy's going to be the AD on set. They want to keep the crew super small. And so, focusing on casting. Evan's focusing on the budgeting. But I think it's like one of the short films that it's just like a passion project.
Right.
And I can tell that Anthony has been wanting to do this for a while, and he's definitely gotten inspiration from other filmmakers. So I can tell that he is like putting his heart and soul into this. Some inspo from Wong Kar-wai. And So I'm really hoping it pulls together.
Okay.
I'm excited.
No, I'm definitely excited. I'm also excited to work with you at some point. I'm like so like waiting for that moment.
We'll make it happen.
Have to write a script. Are you watching any stuff? Are you watching any movies, Bridget? How's it looking over there?
I have been really bad at watching movies lately. I was trying to see Materialist the other day, and I heard you talking about it earlier. But when me and my friend Allie was in town, we were trying to see it, and every single theater was actually booked. And I was actually kind of surprised because like this whole time I was like, oh, theaters are dying, this and that. But I really think AMC is like bringing that back.
Yeah, they really are.
So we were joking. We were like, let's see Lilo and Stitch. Okay, all of that was booked.
Oh my Lord.
Yeah, let's see How to Train Your Dragon. All of it was booked. I was like, okay.
The Burbank theater, or where's this?
This is for every theater. It was like Century
God.
City, City Walk.
Really?
Yeah, even the Burbank ones. Yeah,
That's
even
crazy.
the smaller ones. They were all booked. And so I was like, okay, I guess we can stay home. Like, we ended up watching like another Cinderella story, that old Disney Channel film. Like, it was actually a good time. So I was like, okay, that's the most recent thing I've watched.
Cannot go wrong, honestly.
Exactly. But yeah, I do want to see Materialist. I want to see what's it called? That horror film that just came out.
Mr. Megan.
Bring her back.
We keep bringing up.
Bring her
Bring her
back.
back?
Bring her back. Yeah, I do want to see Bring Her
it's
Back.
really
I've been wanting.
good.
You seen it?
Really good. Yeah.
I saw it too.
It's
Yeah.
also
Super good.
Really?
so miserable that like it's funny.
So miserable.
I'll
Wait.
just say that.
Bridget, I'm joking. I didn't watch it. It sounded
You didn't watch
awful. It sounded awful. I was like, no,
way.
thank you.
Oh, wait, but did you guys watch Talk to Me?
I saw Talk to Me. Yeah.
Did you guys like Talk to Me? Or did you watch
I
it?
did like it. So
I loved it. I loved it. No, I didn't watch it. Guys, it seemed disturbing.
This
I'm
is your
scared.
homework.
I'm
He
scared.
can't do horror.
I'm
that's
scared,
the-
guys.
Fair. I like
I'm
plug my
sorry.
ears half the time. Like I'm like I like the thrill of it, but I
Yeah.
can't do jump scares. But yeah.
Are you watching it? Are you gonna watch Megan 2.0?
Oh yeah.
You'll be slain
Oh,
in
yeah.
theaters.
Freaking.
Yeah.
Slaying
I'm
it,
back,
theaters.
bitches. Yeah,
Slaying
literally.
theaters
I'll be
now.
front row with my Megan popcorn bucket. Thank you.
Oh my god, I tried to get the toothless popcorn bucket when I watched How to Train Your Dragon. They were sold out.
What?
So
Oh,
sad. So
they're
sad.
so expensive,
God.
actually.
They're
It's
super
like
expensive.
$50 to $100.
Honestly, I'm really glad I'm really glad they were sold out because I would have
You're like,
that would have
maybe
been my paycheck for the week.
for the week. Oh no. Yeah. But if anything, I've been watching like the new Love Island. That's my thing. Even though that's not very like film oriented.
Yeah,
me and Luca
yeah,
really
yeah.
enjoy watching
Is
reality
it good?
TV.
You recommend?
I recommend it. I've never watched it before, but everyone was talking about this season.
Yeah,
and there was
I'm
so
always
much
like hearing
drama.
Love Island. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, random stats. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, we usually watch 90 Day Fiance, but yeah,
90 Day
Love Island. I
Fiancé?
mean, there's so much to talk
Right.
about. Yeah, because we like critiquing everyone. We're like, okay, why are they acting the way they do?
Right,
like,
right.
oh, I wouldn't have said that. I would have said this instead. So I think it's more fun watching with someone. I would never watch these things alone. That's a little miserable. Like, but this season is pretty intense. It's really like juicy and like oh my
Totally.
god, the
Totally.
drama they can. I'm excited.
Totally.
We're only on episode I think 5 or 6, and there's
Okay,
already
yeah.
like 16 episodes out there, which is crazy. They air like 5 episodes per week, and
That's
they're
wild.
still on Love Island as we speak. Like they're in Fiji still recording right
Wait,
now.
really?
Yeah, so they
Ooh.
release these very quickly.
Dude,
Yeah.
that love really islanded.
They're really on an island.
Damn.
They're on island
It's not
time.
like green
Absolutely
screen. It's
crazy.
not.
No, they're literally in Fiji. Yeah, so
Uh,
it's like it's interesting. But yeah.
yeah. Thank you. I don't know. Did you
Yeah.
have any last
No,
minute
no,
stuff?
that was super interesting. Thanks for telling us more about your sort of like your personal interests.
Yeah.
And
It's
that's
good
really
to
cool.
know
You
you
have, like I
'cause-
said, there's lots of paths for us to
Yeah.
sort of all walk down and explore. That's really cool.
I'm very excited to like how like known you more because I think I met you over like a year.
Yeah, I think
Like
a year
you were my
ago.
TA for my producing class with Karen. So.
Oh,
Oh my god!
I don't
And
know that.
Sophia Bobadilla was in that class. You know Sophia, right? Or no?
Sophia, yeah. Like,
So I like saw her on the Luchador set, and we were talking about it, and I was like, oh, I was fully your TA. Like I
Yeah,
totally
yeah,
forgot.
yeah.
Like I just
Nice,
school passes
nice.
by so quickly.
Yeah.
No,
It
that's
really
so right. You
does.
and
Yeah,
It
it's
Amelia.
funny,
really
like, there with
does.
Nicole, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Like Nicole was like also like someone that was still kind of new to me too because I didn't really talk to her that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys were brilliant TAs. So.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
Karen was great.
Shout out to the TAs of the world, quite
Shout
frankly.
out to all the TAs. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful, man.
Yeah.
The world would
Okay.
not turn without you.
Well, I'm looking forward to the last semester of being at CSUN with you guys.
Yes.
Then we graduate.
We'll make
and
it the semester.
We will make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I wish you guys good luck on your podcast. This is so
Thank you.
fun.
Thank you.
Oh my
Thank you
God,
so
yes.
much.
You are
Yes.
invited anytime you want to come back.
Absolutely. Absolutely. With that said, thank you all so much for watching. We
Yes.
appreciate you. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Bridget, one more time for coming on.
Yes.
You're
Oh my
the
God,
goat. You're the goat.
Bridget!
Oh my God,
Bridget!
Bridget! And we'll see you guys
We have
all.
to insert that clip
next time.
now.
Yes, we'll insert the clip.
It'll make more
Right.
sense.
And we'll
Yeah.
play some Pitbull, some hotel
Some
service.
And London Bridge by Fergie.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god.
Alrighty.
Thanks for
Okay.
watching.
Bye, guys.